Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's 8/2/24. Now you made it to August, guys. Beautiful. It's probably about, I don't know, 95 degrees here and 82%, oh no, sorry, 91% humidity, so it feels like it's close to 100. It's always nice in New York. You know, the stink from the street, it's great, it's wonderful. Anyway, today's a Friday, and I'd like to give you a little bit of a Think About Friday video, just in case if I'm unable to put a video out during the weekend. There's some things I've been thinking about and talking about with other colleagues that are part of the flat Earth, and we are aware of this whole nonsense that's been going on about this 24-hour sun, and that's great. You know, it's something that the ball earthers can raise money and enjoy, you know. And it doesn't really prove anything to a flat earther, because if there was a sun that is 24 hours in the sky, I'm not saying there's no light. There is a light there, but that's an alternate source of light. Okay, I am talking about a ball, a yellow ball, the sun, going around in a circle. Okay, well, if you go onto the live feed, it's all edited. If it really did do that, then it would be all over. You're too late, guys. Okay, you're too late. All right, maybe it might have worked back in 2019 and maybe 2018 or something like that. But no, to 2024, you're too late. It's bullshit. You know, most of us, and I'm a big believer in it, and I'm actually trying to prove it. It's very difficult. Is the digital world. We all have our own sun. We all have our own stars. We have our own moon. You know, when you see the moon reflecting off of the lake and it's popping up at you, and you have somebody standing over there on the opposite side of the lake, they see the moon in a different position than you're looking at it in your position. You have your own sun, okay? There could be millions of them up there for all we know. I don't know. A digital world is something that is incredible, but it makes sense because everything is flat, okay? All right? Everything is flat. The world we live on is flat, and we have proven it time and time again. That's a testable experiment that you can use anytime you want. Go to the beach. Of course, it's not foggy, all right? And why can't you see to China? Or why can't you see to Spain? Okay, well, did you know the air contains 99% water, okay? So you can't cut through the water. The sun can't even cut through the water, all right? Because it disappears. It's going away from you, and it just pops out of view. That's what it does. Videos on that? No videos that these ball earthers, they have nothing. They have nothing except fake videos of curvature of a bridge that they edited. They're desperate. They're desperate. Okay, they're trying to hold on to this ball that doesn't exist, or it's a psyop. And these people have been put into this position. Okay, who knows what it is? I don't really give a fuck. I don't want to even waste my time talking about it, but I had to bring it up. I want you to think about a circle. Okay, all right, well, let's go back to this. Let's go back to God. All right, I want you to think about that. If you were a God and you created all of this, all right, when this has been created by a God, that I can contest to, okay? But anyway, if you were a God, wouldn't you want the species down here to know that you exist by putting little Easter eggs around? You know, like, for example, the sun, the moon, the circle. Okay, a circle, a perfect circle, which the sun is and the moon is. Well, you know, you can see the. Let's just stick with the sun. If you look at the sun for a brief second, you can see that perfect line right there, just perfect. Okay, when the sun goes behind the cloud, you know, and it's trying to poke through right before a rainstorm, you know, and you get that. I love that when you can actually look at the sun, and it's obscured by the clouds just a bit, just enough, but you can make out the diagram of it. It's perfect. Okay, and that's what God has done. God has put these in the sky for you to understand and to study. Now, the stars, I don't know what the hell they are, but they're certainly not in space. Okay, they're lights in the sky. We've proven that. We've focused in on these things. Okay, and they're emitting frequencies. They're doing something, you know. All the songs depict something with space, with just flat Earth. I mean, it's amazing. These Hollywood stars, these singers, they turn into freakzoids after 20, 25 years of their career. They just go nuts. Look at fucking Madonna. Do you even recognize that creature anymore? I don't. That wasn't the Madonna I grew up with. All right, the Madonna I grew up with had blonde hair and she was cute. Now, I don't know what the fuck that is. All of them, they just go nuts because they've sold their soul. Okay? And if we lived on a real little spinning ball here that everybody says we do, and everything's perfect and we live in a perfect community, these things wouldn't happen to these Hollywood actors and actresses. Okay? Because they're sold out. They're selling their soul for the money that's out there. Same with the politicians. Okay? All of them have. They all have sold their souls. They collect money. They just busted this Menendez, I think his last name is. We're going to call him gold bars and cash. That's what they found in his house. Gold bars. I mean, how much is a gold bar worth? Let me guess. $15,000, $20,000 or something like that. You know, and where do you put them? What do you go down to the pawnbroker and cash them in? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what these people do. You know, but they're all sold out. All right, it's money. Money has been our slave forever. Politics have been there forever. Hollywood came out very early, at an early stage. These actors and actresses back then didn't get paid dick. But then they figured out that us, the people, okay, are so easy to maneuver around and give ideas to and have them run with it and talk about it. Okay, and that's the media that has come about. Okay, they are evil. Everybody who works for the fucking media is evil. It's scary. But they influence a lot of people. You don't know how bad they do. They'll make you turn against somebody you thought you liked. So the circle, okay? The creator created that for you to understand that he or she, or whoever it may be, exists. That there is an intelligence out there, okay? The dome, we haven't been able to prove it, but we're definitely contained with something. I don't know what it looks like, if it's like that, if it's straight. Who knows? We can't get up there. It doesn't matter. And we'll never be able to get up there. We're not allowed up there. They have control of the sky. They have control of the land. They tell you where you can go and not go. If they find some kind of mysterious palace on top of a mountain that is pristine and beautiful, how the fuck could they possibly engineer something like that 2,000, 1,000 years ago? Because they didn't. There's another higher intelligence that did. That's probably what the lights are up in the fucking sky. When you put the, night vision goggles on. Did you try that yet, guys? I bet you haven't. I bet you trolls haven't done one fucking thing. Done nothing. Nothing except chatter. Chatter, chatter, chatter about bullshit. Nonsense. We've been infiltrated by all sides, this community. Us, flat earthers, okay? There's some of us that are amongst us that pretend they are flat earthers. I'm not going to mention any names, but they're there. Okay? You have to be able to distinguish it for yourself and find out who's real and who's not real. All right? We've been doing this too many years, guys. They could have put an end to this a long time ago. They could have flipped the Hubble telescope around and zoomed in on a fucking town, but it doesn't exist. Okay? None of it exists. Space doesn't exist. We have no picture of Earth at all whatsoever. Zero. Goose egg. Nothing. Nothing at all. do they have. Not a shred of evidence of this mysterious, ridiculous Walt Disney World of a planet they think they live on in the solar system, in a universe that's forever expanding, or it could be contracting. We're not really quite sure about that, huh, guys? What about that, scientist? Is it contracting too? And it's just going to start all over again? Bum, 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 bum. It was in one of the movies. K-Pax, I think the name of the movie was. Yeah, you know, so make sure you do it right. I don't know. Who knows? It doesn't matter. But this is Hollywood once again, you know, planting seeds, you know, saying, hey, look, you know, yeah, the globe, we all live on it. We all, this is how it is. It's bullshit. You know, I mean, it's such bullshit. And it sucks. But it frees yourself once you are a flat earther. That's one thing it does do. All right. And once you understand what you live on here, and you understand who these people are that are around, I'm not sure. I'm not saying every one of them are NPCs. Who knows? You know, I mean, NPCs can have siblings. You know, they can have kids. They can have families. Why not? If we live in a digital world, they would have to. I think that this is all a learning experience for us. The people who are awake, that know what's going on, we're here for a reason. We're here because we asked to be here. We have no recollection or memory of anything from the past at all. Maybe we have deja vu once in a while. That could be other lives. I don't know. You know, a computer can never be erased. There's always going to be something left on a computer. You can't. Even if you blow out the computer with the original disks in there, it's always going to be some kind of trace of something on that computer. So, are we computers? I don't know. Do we live in a digital world? I think so. It screams it all over the place, you know. But 70 years to us, 80 years, I don't know what's the average lifespan, 85 years. That could be 2 weeks in where we came from. This could just be a 2-week vacation, a lifetime packed into 2 weeks. It's easy to do, and not any computer game. Very easy to do. And it just involves programming. And I still, to this day, have people worried that their vacuum cleaners are going to come and try to kill them. I'm like, what? You know, the Roomba, is that what it's called? The Roomba, that little thing that goes around. You don't have to touch it. It just goes from wall to wall, cleans everything up. It's like, you know, eventually that's going to try to kill us. I mean, these are real conversations I have with people. And I really, you know, I can't. Out of respect for these people, I can't record. I can't do anything. You know, I just have to sit there and tolerate it. You know, and that's all. Especially when you go into the places that I go into. Some of them are just totally lost, but some of them are still there. That guy that I told you about that used to work for NASA, and a very small level, of course. I think he did computations or something like that, or he was working with the rockets. I don't know, but I mean, he's one of the lower parts of NASA. You know, he's still there, and he still kind of has his marbles. I had a conversation with him. Unfortunately, they don't let him out anymore, so I don't know. I see him when I walk in. I always say hi, you know, but I don't have time to talk to him. I don't have time to do anything anymore. I mean, this is a total different situation that I'm in right now. Am I happy? Is anybody happy? Really? Think about it. There's always something more you can be doing. You know, there's something else you can be doing. But life is so short. But I'm going to take advantage of it. I can guarantee you. I don't want to get into that. That's another fucking video. I had a lot more things to say. Unfortunately, I kind of went into a little bit of a tangent on real stuff that's going on. Politics. What really happened to Trump? I don't know. All I know is that was completely staged. Okay. Whether Trump was aware of it or not, I don't know. All I know is the way things are in politics. Um, what they're afraid of with Trump, I believe, is not the 4 years he's going to be in there, because he's only in there for another 4 years. He'll have enough time to clean everything up, because all he has to do is just go back to what he did before, and everything was fine. No wars, no high gas prices, nothing. Just put everything back to normal. But they're worried about the oncoming years. They think ahead. They're thinking ahead 10 years. They're thinking ahead 20 years. What happens if his son gets into politics? Or any of his other kids get into politics? What happens if they weren't run for president? Oh, yeah, I'm sure they would definitely win. That's what they're worried about, the future. And you have the future of this other disaster that's over there, cackling Kamala, whatever the fuck her name is. That is going to be 3 years or 3 terms of Obama. And you see how so far everything's going with this term. Just great. Jim Dandy. How much is coffee now? Huh? How much you pay for coffee at Starbucks? What, 15 bucks? 12 bucks? How about a pound of meat? How much is that now? Huh? That went up about 45%, 50%. My orange juice is $11 per gallon. I used to pay $3 for that. $3.25 or something. Come on, guys, wake up! You got to know what the hell is going on, okay? It's all bullshit. All of it. They have to do this stuff. They've got to keep everybody confused and working and sitting in front of the boob tube and thinking that they're enjoying themselves watching a movie while they're wasting their fucking time. All right? We, if we're watching a movie, are investigating it. We're looking for everything. We're looking for the globes. Okay? We're looking for the signs, all the signs, with the hands and everything like that. Especially these. I see this a lot in movies or in interviews too. The minute I see that, I know that person's sold out. Oh, you're done. Get the fuck off the stage. You're out of here. Good luck. Yeah, we're gonna have a fun day tomorrow. I'm not going to, we're not going to the beach. 2 weeks in a row from that is enough for a while. Actually, the best time to go to the beach is in September. It's clear, it's a lot less humid, and you get some great shots from out there. And once I go through this manual, I know I can get Saturn. I tried to zoom in on it before, but it was all fuzzed up and fucked up. It didn't come out right. But I know you can get it on the camera. I'm really curious to find out what the focusing I'm not doing right with is. But I'll figure it out. It just takes a while. It takes a while of fooling around. When you got a family, it's difficult to fuck around with stuff. It really is. Find the time and sit down and spend a couple of hours just screwing around with it, and because that's a weekend thing for me. I can't do it during the day. There's no light in the sky during the day. Sun is gone. It's gone away from us, and that's what the sun does, guys. I don't know about the moon. I haven't been able to get that. I don't think anybody's been able to get that, but we are waiting for the black sun. That's what I'm waiting for. Which is, apparently, people have seen it. They focused in on it. I've yet to see any videos on it, but people say they've seen it. So that's even more disappointing and bullshit as far as I'm concerned. Because if you've seen it, why haven't you videotaped it? For crying out loud. It's easy to do. Everything's digital now. You press record and you videotape it. And you send the video out. See what happens. YouTube will probably take it down. That black dot, or whatever's projecting the sun, apparently is 3 sun sizes away. So you get the sun here, 1, 2, 3. That's where the black dot is right there. You can't see it because the sun is so fucking bright, it washes it out. But with the right equipment, which I looked up, it's about $1,500, $22,000 or something like that. I'm not sure. I think it's a totally separate telescope or something. It's not something that hooks up to the camera. Maybe it does. I don't know. But it's at this point, I can't fool around with something like that right now. I'm going to see if somebody comes out with it. If not, then I'll have to do it for myself. Because I'm dying to see that. That puts an end to everything at that point. And all of a sudden, oh yeah, it's Nibiria. Oh, yeah, that's the made up bullshit planet, supposedly, that's too dark to see and it's floating around. Do you realize if there was really something like that and we really were in a solar system and you had an outside planet just. Do you know how much that would fuck up the gravitational pull of all the other planets? Do you realize that? Don't you know? What happens when two planets with a gravitational pull are put together? Are they attracted to each other, or do they bounce away from each other like two magnets? I don't know, because none of it exists. It's all bullshit. You can't prove it. You can't even prove gravity. Of all things, as simple as fucking thing, they can't prove. They don't even know what the fuck it is. And you think we live on a spinning wet ball. Well, I got news for you. That's bullshit too. I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.